Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are back with more news and politics from around the world. This time for Friday, January 31st, 2025. We've got some stuff to look at, so let's go ahead and hop into this. From ProPublica, people will die. The Trump administration said it lifted its ban on life-saving humanitarian aid, but it turns out that's not true. Organizations that provide vital care for desperate and vulnerable people around the world have been forced to halt operations, turn away patients, and lay off staff. I have never seen anything that scares me as much as this, one doctor said. On Friday morning, the staffers at a half dozen U.S.-funded medical facilities in Sudan who care for severely malnourished children had a choice to make: defy Trump's order to immediately stop their operations or let up to 100 babies and toddlers die. They chose the children. In spite of the order, they will keep their facilities open as long as they can, according to 3 people with direct knowledge of the situation. The people requested anonymity for fear that the administration might target their group for reprisals because Trump's a goddamn fucking piece of garbage and petty-ass motherfucker. Trump's order also meant that they would stop receiving new, previously approved funds to cover salaries, IV bags, and other supplies. They said it's a matter of days, not weeks, before they run out. Fuck goddamn Trump. Why do people think this is some great hero? He's not. This motherfucker is evil to the fucking nth degree. I don't want to hear anything anymore from people who claim they are Christians and voted for Trump. You know or agree with nothing in the teachings of Jesus. Fuck you. Fuck you. From the Lever. American chaos is Trump's plan. In a chaotic week, the Trump administration froze federal spending and sent the nation into turmoil. What was the point? Donald Trump has been president for less than 2 weeks, and the government is already in chaos amidst a flurry of executive orders. Trump suspended all federal spending earlier this week. The move sent panic throughout the federal government and upended critical services like Medicare and school funding. Is there an ideology behind the chaos? Or was the chaos the point? What should the country make of it? Should make that Trump needs his ass fucking kicked the goddamn fuck out of office because he's a goddamn evil motherfucker that needs to be gone. Period. Good artist copy, great artist sequel. Total non-original movies released by Disney. And yeah, it shows how many are actually sequels, spin-offs, remakes, prequels. Yeah. This is where Disney's creativity comes from, because they don't have any! Original. You notice how sequels and stuff like that were rare in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Starting in the 90s, though, greed. Because they have no creativity. Let's just pop it back in the toaster oven for another 10 minutes. Not all studios are created sequel. Green is your non-original movies. your sequels, your remakes, your prequels, all this crap. 59% Marvel were sequels, prequels, remakes, spin-offs, all this bullshit. Lucasfilm, 53%. Pixar, 33%. Disney, 23% as a whole, since it owns all three of these. I'm sorry for being angry, but I've watched nothing but videos of the moron in chief, and it's just made me angry. More charts showing how non-creative Disney is. Anyway. From the USDA, legal status of hired crop farm workers fiscal 91 to 2022 shows we may lose up to 43% from this deportation crap that dumbass in chief wants. Let's look at some photos. Red Army Colonel Leonid Brezhnev, Eastern Front, 1943. He would serve as the Soviet Secretary General from 63 to 80 something when he died, so yeah. Harlem Hellfighter arrives home to a hero's welcome wearing the Cordon of the Croix de Guerre, awarded by France in New York in 1919. People like this were heroes, pioneers. But Trump and his pussy-ass fucking administration wants to remove people like them from websites because Trump is a goddamn piece of garbage. Fuck Trump. First image captured on the surface of another planet, standing on Venus with Venera 9 in 1975. So first look at the surface of Venus. Image of the USS Pacific anchored near Fort Tongass in Alaska in 1868. The Sidewell steamer sank in 1875 with an estimated 275 passengers and crew and cargo of gold worth millions today. So yeah, there's the image of it. Early colorized photograph created by Sergei Mikhailovich Prokudin-Gorsky of three young Russian peasant women in front of the traditional wooden house in a rural area along the Shechna River near the small town of Kirillov. But there's the image. All three of them, each of them holding something like they're presenting it. So, yeah. Some kind of dish. And final image. President Lyndon B. Johnson signs the 1964 Civil Rights Act as Martin Luther King Jr. and others look on July the 2nd, 1964. From the LBJ Library. And yeah, Lyndon Johnson signing the act. Here's Martin Luther King Jr. Let's get into some articles. From the BBC. Pentagon strips General Mark Milley of his U.S. security detail and clearance. Because why? Because Trump is petty and Milley actually acted the right way as a fucking safeguard against dumbass in chief. From the AP, Trump administration fires prosecutors involved on January 6th cases and moves toward ousting FBI agents. Again, more pettiness from the Trump administration. From CBS News, plane crash in Philadelphia. So, yeah, there's already been a second one since Trump has removed any safety and actual work to help the American people because he's a piece of garbage. Yeah, plane crash in Philadelphia, 6 people on board, multiple houses on fire, massive emergency response. From Wired, Elon Musk's friends have infiltrated another government agency. Elon Musk's former employees are trying to use White House credentials to access General Service Administration tech, giving them the potential to remote into laptops, read emails, and more, sources say, which is a violation of our constitutional freedoms of privacy. You can see Trump don't care. He's tried to violate the freaking 14th Amendment. He's trying to violate the constitutional right to American privacy. Why would people be so stupid to vote for this moron? It was warned of to you dumb some bitches. From TechCrunch, Elon Musk is reportedly taking control of the inner workings of U.S. government agencies. Of course! Because clearly, Americans shouldn't have the right to their own freaking government. Just the fucking rich! I'm so sick of how stupid some people are. Get your head out of Fox News' ass! They lie to you! Get your head out of Newsmax! Out of fucking OAN! Right Side Broadcasting! Daily Wire! Tim Pool, any other of these right-wing, dumb fuck talking heads. They lie all the time. I ain't saying listen to CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC, any of those either because they're all corporatist propaganda as well. Watch Kyle Kulinski, Secular Talk. Watch Mike Figueredo, The Humanist Report. Watch David Doe of the Rational National, the people who actually tell you the fucking truth. Hell, C-SPAN's one of the best you can watch. It don't have leaning any one way or the other. It's just, hey, here it is. What do you think? Anyway, from The Guardian, Trump's revenge agenda has shocked officials who didn't think it was going to be this bad, insiders say. Oh, we could have told you it would be. From Axios, Sanders is probing Trump's purge of labor officials. Get him, Bernie, one of the few really good politicians. This is from the Senate. Ahead of Trump's expected tariffs, Senators Chris Coons and Tim Kaine introduced legislation to require congressional approval of any new tariffs on U.S. allies. So yeah, he may get away with these, but they're going to push back on any others. Even though it's hard to say this will even get through Congress because it's controlled by the dumb fuck Republicans. I don't even like Coons and Kane, but it's something that needs to be done. From the Independent, Mexico's president calls on Google to identify U.S. as a America Mexicana. Absolutely, get 'em. If Trump wants to be a petty goddamn fucking piece of shit, make it push back on his ego. One of the best ways to get back at the son of a bitch. From The Guardian, Trump orders USDA to take down websites referencing climate change. You know, because it's actually real and factual, and he don't like that. He don't like real and factual at fucking all. From Variety, Trump White House takes aim at Selena Gomez in new video responding to her crying about deportations. So instead of doing their goddamn fucking job, they decided to dip their toe into fucking bullshit. You know, she had a right to cry about the evil fucking deportations that Trump is goddamn trying to pull. And now they're going to be little whiny ass bastards and try to talk shit about it. They need a baseball bat taken to their goddamn heads. I'm tired of this shit. I really am. From The Guardian, a neural fossil human ears try to move to when listening, scientists say. Researchers found the muscles move to orient ears toward sound source in a vestigial reaction, meaning at one point our ears, we used to be able to move them in certain directions and stuff like dogs and other animals do now. But we no longer can, although we still have the muscles and stuff for it. So, again, proof of evolution, proof of the way the body changes over time. You know, science. From The Guardian, microplastics in placentas linked to premature births. Study suggests tiny plastic pollution more than 50% higher in placentas from preterm births than those from full-term births, showing that pollution's having a freaking effect on life. From Reuters, Trudeau says Canada would respond to tariffs and warns of tough times to come. So, you know, Trump essentially has started a trade war which will raise the price on everybody that's an average citizen of any other country that we're trade warring with. But, you know, you wanted this! Fucking morons. From the BBC, Canada will stand up to a bully, says Prime Minister contender Carney over Trump's tariffs. Mark Carney. Because we know Trudeau says he will step down as soon as a new one's elected. From Al Jazeera, Trump pledges to go ahead with 25% tariffs on Canada, Mexico from Saturday, and reiterates the threat on Friday and adds that there will be an additional 10% tariffs on China because he's a moron. What will it take? Will it take him dipping his finger into his own butthole and licking it for you to go, maybe he is stupid? The shit he's doing now should send off alarm bells, but it's like, nope, I'm too stupid. Canada's energy industry warns thousands of jobs at risk from the trade war with the U.S. Not surprised. And from The Intercept, Trump's recent executive orders show unwavering support of Israel and other further dehumanization of Palestinians. Yeah, meaning pretty much what I said. Biden's bad, but Trump isn't going to make it any better. He's going to make it worse. Now let's watch some videos.
No heroism in what Mangione did. Any attempt to rationalize is vile, reckless, and offensive.
Who's she talking about? People like this?
Well, you know what? She's a piece of garbage because what Mangione did was understood by average Americans because they've been fucked in the ass by goddamn fucking capitalist pieces of garbage like these insurance companies. Fuck them.
It literally stood in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shot someone in broad daylight, and everybody loves him.
Yep.
I think that is a beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing? Everybody loves him? Jamie Pett.
Well, I just explained it to you, dumbass. When the fucking insurance companies are fucking everybody over, people are like, you know, I don't agree with what he did, but I don't hate him. I completely understand it.
Peck does. Why? Help me understand. Why is it a beautiful thing?
I was definitely joking a little bit, but I do think to call this an act of terrorism is an insult to the intelligence of the American people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was an act of pushing back against the evil of fucking corporations that treat American lives as just crops, as just fucking collateral damage, as long as they make their money.
Terrorism is something designed to strike fear into the hearts of the general population. Nobody but a tiny class of CEOs has been made to live in fear by Luigi's actions, but nearly everybody knows what it's like to live in fear of having a necessary medical claim denied.
Abso-fucking-lutely. You know, I believe that obscene profit and obscene wealth should be on the same line as a first-degree felony, first-degree murder, because it is putting human lives in risk for your fucking profits.
The fear of having your life ruined or potentially ended by a stack of medical bills. On the subject of terrorism, 3,000 Americans lost their lives on 9/11, right? This is the largest terrorist attack this country has ever seen. An estimated 190,000 people are murdered each year by our broken healthcare system.
That's just what I said. I mean, absolutely. I've pointed out their profits cost the lives of American citizens, of human beings. They don't give a shit how many people they kill. Gotta make that money, baby. I'm a rich bastard and I don't give a fuck about human life. That's pretty much the way they see things.
That is the equivalent of 52 9/11s worth of death every year. Again, one 9/11 every single week, indefinitely, until someone puts a stop to this madness.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Next video we have Canadian MP Charlie Angus fires back at Trump and Musk.
We are here this morning, my friends, as an unlikely group with leaders from across the political spectrum who've come together with cultural leaders, artists, academics, athletes, labor activists, and indigenous militant activists. We represent the incredible regions of our beautiful country, and we are here for one reason. Our nation, our beloved Canada, is under threat. It is an economic threat, but it's also a threat to our values of decency and inclusion. It's a threat to our sovereignty and our very future as a nation. The threat comes, of course, from the President of the United States, a convicted felon, a known predator.
I thought people in America used to have decency and common sense until they voted for fucking Trump.
Taking massive tariffs to try and break us as a people. But the threat is also being driven by the hate algorithms of the oligarchs like Elon Musk.
Yep.
And there is the threat from people in our own country who would sell out our birthright to appease the gangster class from Mar-a-Lago. That is not going to happen.
Get him, Charlie. Oh, let's listen to this idiot. Old drunkie probably is trying to say, hiring women and people of color and different things, you know, causes crash. Instead of Trump doing his bullshit in the first few fucking days.
The era of DEI is gone at the Defense Department, and we need the best and brightest, whether it's in our air traffic control, or whether it's in our generals, or whether it's throughout government.
Yeah, pretty much like I said, he's a goddamn moron, drunkie boy. How did he get confirmed? Again, it's because the fucking Republicans are in control of both houses of Congress. From the U.S. ignored the killing of 16-year-old Henry Job. I'll let you watch it on your own. It's a 13, almost 14-minute video from Zateo. Great source. I think is his name, Mehdi Hassan. Great stuff. Great stuff. Check them out. I won't play it here because it's so long. Aftermath of plane crash in Philadelphia, U.S. Yep, the second plane crash since Trump's been in office. This is costing human lives.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to Trump's America. Chaos, death, and everything else. But the rich get richer, baby. Woo! Of course, you know that's sarcasm. I hope you fucking understand it's sarcasm and not so stupid to think I actually mean that shit. Muhammad Ghali, leader of the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, is welcomed home by the people of Gaza. I absolutely understand why. For them, it's just another son welcome back home. They're resisting against the evil that is Israel, because what it has been doing is evil.
ما زالت المقاومة لم تنتهي. خسأ نتنياهو بن كبير عندما قال انتهت المقاومة. لم تنتهي المقاومة. ها هي المقاومة لم تنتهي. عاشت المقاومة. عاشت فلسطين عربية حرة.
تعرضتم لتعذيب في الساعات
عرضنا. لم يستوعبوا بأننا سنخرج من السجون رافعين الرؤوس. خرجنا. نعم. نعم
عذبوكم في الساعة
نعم للساعة الأخيرة وهم ينكلوا فينا ويعذبوا فينا. لم يستوعبوا بأننا خرجنا من السجون وبفضل المقاومة. عاشت المقاومة.
People may go, well, look how evil they are. Look at the evil Israel's been perpetrating on the people in Gaza, in the West Bank. Is it a fucking wonder why they fucking resist with weapons and are violent? Most of them are peaceful. They try to live their own lives. But no, Israel's like, let's murder and treat them as cattle. That's just the way it's fucking been. You can't sit there and defend Israel and sit there and act like, no, they're just defending themselves after they have murdered and caused nothing but pain and suffering to people. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Video showing the mid-air collision on the Potomac between the plane and helicopter here. Let's watch this. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, we're playing it. And this is all Trump's fault. He took down all these things that was there to safeguard, but no, he's a little bitch. He was like, I'm gonna take these down because I'm stupid. I'm Donald Trump. So yeah, that's where we are in America. Video is RFK Jr. and Senator Bernie Sanders get into a testy hearing exchange after RFK Jr. accuses him of accepting big pharma money.
Let me just say this in conclusion, Chairman Cassidy. President Trump and Mr. Kennedy are quite right when they say that our system is broken. They're right. Our economic system today is broken. 3 people own more wealth than the bottom half of American society. Wages have been stagnant for American workers for 50 years. The economy is broken. You know what? Our political system is broken and corrupt. You have a handful of billionaires in both political parties who contribute huge amounts of money to elect candidates in this room throughout the United States Congress. That is a broken political system and a real threat to democracy.
Get him, Bernie.
Our healthcare system is broken. And it's broken for some of the reasons that Mr. Kennedy indicated. We have not paid attention to the fact that we have massive amounts of chronic disease. We have not answered the question why in the richest country in the history of the world, our life expectancy is lower than it is in countries far poorer than we are. So I think in many ways, President Trump and Mr. Kennedy have asked some of the right questions. Problem is their answers will only make a bad situation worse. So let me ask Mr. Kennedy again. If we want to make America healthy, will you assure the American people that you will fight to do what every other major country on earth does, guarantee health care to every single American?
Bernie's still sharp as ever.
Make America healthier than other countries in the world right now.
Will you guarantee do what every other major country does? It's a simple question.
And by the way, Bernie, the problem of corruption is not just in the federal agencies, it's in Congress too. Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh, no,
and protecting their interests.
Oh, I thought that would... No. I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not one nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. They came from workers.
In 2020, you were the single largest
because I had
receiver of pharmaceutical money
from workers all over this country. Workers.
You were the single,
not a nickel from corporate.
Get him, Bernie!
Largest acceptor of pharmaceutical
RFK's such a goddamn liar.
1.5 million.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right, but you have not answered. Last question. You have not answered my question.
Mr. Chairman, we're 3 minutes.
How do we make America healthy if you don't guarantee health care?
We're literally 3 minutes over here now.
Well,
how long does it keep going? At some time, you're just battering the witness, Bernie.
Not battering the witness.
Yes, you are.
Mr. Chairman, shut the fuck up so Bernie can ask this goddamn question, Mark Wayne shit-tard motherfucker. Fuck you. Goddamn, I'm so sick of Republicans. They ain't any better than goddamn Nazis and obscenely wealthy fuckheads. Fuck every goddamn last one of them. Fuck every goddamn last one of them. I'm so sick and tired of the evil motherfuckers like them trying to cover for piece of garbage, shit-ass, piece motherfucking goddammit. I'm so sick of these sons of bitches. Bernie asking a fucking question that you should fucking ask. And you're like, you're just shut hey. I need to protect Daddy Trump's nominee. Shut up. That's literally who they fucking are, goddammit. Last video we're going to look at today. Emmy-winning journalist Bassan provides an update from Gaza following the ceasefire. We ain't going to watch this, but I will leave it in the description box under the video, as I tend to do with all my sources. Anyway, we'll go ahead and end this episode here. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'm going to be putting these links and sources in the description box below the video, because I know some of you dumbass motherfuckers are going to be smart-ass bitches. Be like, well, where's your shit? Motherfucker, they're in there. Go put your fucking nose in there and look at them, son of a bitch. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.